In a sharply worded critique of Zambia's current leadership, former deputy mayor and human rights advocate Brill Agrafy has accused President Hakainde Hichilema of presiding over a failing administration, likening him to a proud captain steering a sinking ship. The metaphor, both vivid and damning, encapsulates growing frustration among citizens and civil society leaders who argue that the government's priorities are misaligned with the urgent needs of the population. Agrafy's comments were triggered by the recent announcement that over 280 health facilities have been constructed under the New Dawn administration, a figure touted by President Hichilema as a milestone achievement in public service delivery. However, critics argue that these facilities are largely symbolic, lacking the essential resources, personnel, and medical supplies required to function effectively. Agrafy contends that the proliferation of health posts and clinics across the country amounts to little more than architectural vanity. He describes many of these structures as empty halls, devoid of medicines, equipment, or qualified staff. In his view, the government has prioritized optics over substance, investing in infrastructure that fails to deliver meaningful healthcare outcomes. This critique resonates with many Zambians who report traveling long distances to reach clinics only to find that basic treatments are unavailable. The situation is particularly dire in rural areas, where health posts often operate without electricity, running water, or refrigeration for vaccines. Agrafy's assertion that receiving treatment under a tree might be preferable to visiting one of these hollow facilities underscores the depth of public disillusionment. The former deputy mayor's remarks also reflect a broader concern about the government's communication strategy. He accuses the administration of engaging in relentless propaganda, using statistics and ribbon-cutting ceremonies to mask systemic failures. According to Agrafy, the emphasis on quantity over quality has created a dangerous illusion of progress. While the number of health facilities may have increased, their operational capacity remains severely limited. This disconnect between infrastructure and service delivery raises questions about the government's planning processes and budgetary allocations. Are these clinics being built with long-term sustainability in mind, or are they merely political tools designed to generate applause? Agrafy's critique invites a deeper analysis of Zambia's healthcare system under the New Dawn government. The construction of health facilities, while commendable in theory, must be accompanied by investments in training, supply chains, and community engagement. Without these components, the physical buildings risk becoming monuments to inefficiency. Moreover, the government's failure to address these gaps could erode public trust and undermine future health initiatives. In a country where maternal mortality, child malnutrition, and infectious diseases remain pressing concerns, the stakes are too high for superficial solutions. The metaphor of a sinking ship is particularly potent in the Zambian context, where economic pressures, debt servicing, and inflation have compounded the challenges facing public institutions. President Hakainde Hichilema, once hailed as a reformist, now faces mounting criticism for what many perceive as a lack of tangible results. Agrafy's comments reflect a growing sentiment that leadership must evolve from symbolic gestures to strategic action. The healthcare sector, as a cornerstone of national development, demands more than bricks and mortar. It requires vision, accountability, and responsiveness. In conclusion, Brill Agrafy's statement serves as a wake-up call to the New Dawn administration. The construction of health facilities should not be an end in itself, but a means to deliver comprehensive, accessible, and effective healthcare. As Zambia navigates its complex socio-economic landscape, the government must confront the realities on the ground and recalibrate its priorities. Otherwise, the image of a proud captain aboard a sinking vessel may become more than just a metaphor. It may define an era of missed opportunities and unmet promises.